Yeah, we'll just start the fucking show there, shall we? To answer your question, mate, the reason I look like I'm going fucking 3 days deep in a meth binge is this fucking room. My mum's got it like this room is set up, so I come to my mother's office to record this. When I say office, this was my first bedroom in this
Oh,
house.
nice,
Just when I
nice.
was a child. It's not an office. It's a very small space. It's quite enclosed. Obviously not as small as your cupboard, but this thing
And you
is.
can obviously tell it's your mother's from the pentagrams on the wall.
Yeah, you've got the pentagrams. There's the few the idols of Aleister Crowley there. There's the goat's head. I don't think you can see the goat's head.
Oh, your head was obscure in that one. I
She
thought it was
made
just a
that.
microphone from your
She
earpiece.
she she made that with her Weight Watchers group.
Oh, lovely.
Slim
I've
Fast.
always
Sorry.
wondered what they do.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about this
You got to
before.
collect
They're
the
all
tins,
cults.
haven't you, though, for Slim Fast to be able to unlock the goat's head to have them come to your meeting.
You have to
You weigh
collect
them in or something, don't you?
5,000 of each milkshake flavour.
Oh,
Um,
hard to do with the chocolate.
it's hard to do without fucking minging the all are. But anyway, this place is like I've been in cooler grow houses. Like it's fucking warm in here. I'm sweating, but I've been to training today. Second time back since like fucking October, and I'm hotter now.
It looks like you finished 2 minutes ago, bro.
I know. I've had a shower. I've had a shower. I had a leisurely, cool walk with the fucking dog, and then now, it's. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I mean, at the moment, mate, looking lovely and cool in what looks like a crisp and in no way sweat drenched white t-shirt.
Yeah,
I
I am.
envy your
For
position.
now. But in about half an hour's time, because there's no ventilation in this cupboard, I will be sweating.
That's what it feels like. And the thing is, right, to make it worse, everything's black. So black
Oh,
curtains, which only help to
keep
keep
the
heat
heat in
in.
the room. Yeah.
And the sun sets, which you're gonna see now, as you're seeing now as it's
Yep.
passing.
Yeah.
The sun sets on this side of the house and illuminates me like the fucking deity that I mean, quite possibly that's fucking naughty though. Isn't there supposed to be some sort of eclipse or something today?
Yeah, I heard it's only in the south, though, or something. I don't know
What
the
a
south of
racist
what.
eclipse! What the
Yeah, really,
fuck?
I've never heard of that before. Oh, it's only going to be visible from Cornwall.
They've
I,
got the
I don't know
simulation
if
wrong.
that's possible. I don't know if I've heard it wrong on the radio, but
They must have fucked the simulation up, and the
yeah,
program's only been able to do one part. They haven't been able to copy and paste to all the other layers of script that it's took to build the sky projection we all see. Um,
to change the slight angle from it, so otherwise everyone else is going to be able to see that in fact it is actually just a spaceship changing its main beam.
it's just the Independence
But
Day one. It's just
The
out of view.
Cornish will be like, oh fucking hell, it's an eclipse.
Cornish should believe out though. I mean, they tried to be their own fucking nation, like they.
Oh mate, I live very close to it, and I kind of think they deserve that because I can't understand what many Cornish people say, and the Cornish definitely can't understand the word that I'm saying. I had a job in a computer shop for about 9 months, and when they'd come in,
Computers
I
have made Cornwall.
no, no, they'd have to come to Devon from Cornwall
Oh,
to
right.
buy a computer, which isn't even a bit, mate. It's not. That's not even a bit.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
surprised. I'm
it is.
genuinely.
And they'd come over, and they'd speak to me, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry, I have no idea what it is that you're saying. And I'd just smile at them, and then they'd go back to me going, what? I don't know what you're saying. I'd be like, Pat, what? What? I'd just laugh at the minute and go and get someone else. And be like, excuse, could you come and translate for me? You're from down here, innit? I think this guy's
And then the
really
person in the
drunk,
back's
but I
like,
can't tell if
what
we
is
need
this
to
lad
make him
saying?
leave. Yeah, yeah. I just thought they were pissed.
Yeah, they're probably thinking exactly the same thing, mate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, now we've got that out the way. I have, by the way, strategically placed as this shit little USB fan, which I'm hoping you can't hear. I don't think anyone can
Oh, no,
hear.
can't pick that up.
Well, this little USB fan it's blowing on my feet because I figured I couldn't have it on the tabletop. If I had it on the tabletop, everyone would hear, and that would be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. No one wants that. So
He was live from his convertible this week.
I've just got it on the fucking toes, and I'm telling you now, like,
That'd irritate me to fucking no end.
really.
Me, I'd be
Not
gritting my teeth like
a,
fuck.
not a fan of breezy feet.
I'm not really. I don't really like. I've told you this before. There's a good chance I'm on the spectrum. I don't like sensations that I don't have particular control over.
Yeah, but
So I'd
hang
be
on,
fucking
hang on.
angry. I'd be livid.
You do have control over this fan. Like I could just move the
No,
fan.
no, because it could change. I don't know how to describe it. Like I would not like that. I don't know how to put it into words, but it'd make me fucking angry.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, like
Mine's
same as touching like terracotta pots,
I
which
get
as
stuff
a
from.
horticultural student didn't do me very well.
No,
But
there's a
I'm
lot.
grabbing them and gritting my teeth, trying to not to throw them at people. It's
Yeah,
fucking
there are definitely certain textures and things like that that I get like visibly fucking shaken or not in a fearful way. I hate that. I don't want
yeah,
anything to
yeah.
do with that. I see you on that, but I'm the opposite with Breeze. Like Breeze is I'm perpetually warm. Like the
Fair.
Northerners are warm anyway,
Yeah, I
but
used to be, and now I'm cold down here because
you've
I
been
don't need to make
turned.
myself warm anymore. Though back home, we have to make ourselves warm. Down here, it's hot most of the time.
Yeah, that's very true. But I mean,
Your body relaxes.
I'm t-shirt in like November, December.
Oh, fair.
So Breeze is my friend. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I couldn't live without. I actually underrated. It's an underrated just entity, existing thing. And you
What is
to
a
total
breeze?
disagreement. Yeah. Could
No,
see
no,
by
like, I was so
your
confused.
eyes. Like, I didn't know if you were trying to work out what I was saying or just like trying to fight back hatred.
No, 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 no. It's not trying to fight back the hatred. Like I can take a breeze in it. Like at the moment, I'm sleeping with a fan on, but with a as a
The
man with
fuck!
long
This is a
hair,
fan.
fucking doing me head in, mate. Really annoying because it flicks me because I got fucking long hair. It flicks like I can feel one hair touching my face while I'm lying there in
Mm.
bed, and it moves a bit, and it's fucking annoying. Makes you think of spiders. Another annoying thing, mate. Seems as we're just fucking rattling off about annoying stuff before we get into fucking psychics and that.
Oh, well, you've
Fucking
given away what the
speaking of
subject is
feeling
now.
like well, everyone knew anyway. We, they fucking, they knew it was, you know, they know what we're on about. Fucking spiders, mate. Fucking at work today, I looked up at my window and I was like, the fuck is that moving around? Because I've got sellotape on my window so I can black out the windows if it gets too hot with bin bags. Because it's like a roof window.
Right.
And I looked at it, I could see these dots and I was like, what the fuck? Maybe I need to go home and have a sleep. And then they moved more and I was like, that's a lot of movement, not on a piece of sellotape, like for air bubbles. That's an old piece of tape. Fucking baby spiders, bro.
Oh shit.
Dozens of the cunts, mate. And then I poked them to say, oh, are you lot dead? No. Fucking running up my arm. I was like, ah, fucking hell, that feels hanging.
Yeah, you've got. I mean, I hope you welcomed your brand new spider family because they're here to stay now.
Oh, yeah, perfect time for them, mate. As the summer's coming, when I'm fucking defrosting rats and mice and that, I need the spiders anyway. But I've never seen this many baby ones, and I just hope to fuck they're not fucking going to bite me and be bad biters. Because I need them to catch the flies. Because that way, when the spiders' webs get really thick on the windows, I don't really need the bin bags as much anymore, I guess, because it makes a little bit of a shade and a filter. But it also catches the flies, and I can have the windows open.
Um, well, what you need to start offering them gifts of dead flies.
No, that's a good
Basically,
idea.
become a mother figure to these spiders.
Well, I've thought about getting a couple of song thrushes and just releasing them into my studio. Maybe a canary. They can keep the flies down as well, but it just seems impractical because I've got a gap in the wall at the top into the next studio over. So it wouldn't be the greatest thing to do. And then you've got to
They
get a cat
also,
to get the bird and a dog to get the cat and the bear to get the dog, and it's a fucking nightmare.
yeah, there's a
Situ-
Simpsons joke here somewhere.
Probably.
No, there definitely is. I can't remember how. It just goes, yeah, it's Simpsons did it, but you don't really want a bird in your in an inside. Like I could imagine outside, but inside, like you're dealing with shit all over your studio.
True.
You can't
True.
potty train a bird.
No, no. If you put a nappy on them, they struggle to fly.
They have a little bit of trouble. They also, no one makes nappies that small.
Oh, they might do for like premature babies and that, surely. Parrots are pretty sizable. I mean, not for song thrushes, I guess, because that's like a couple of fingers. And if you're making a nappy that you can put on your fingers, that makes. I wonder, maybe though, maybe for the fucking, the people that use them fucking finger skateboards,
Yes.
maybe they want to be baby fingers.
Yeah, I've never thought of that. Maybe they're
See?
into two fucking ridiculous things that you should definitely keep in the house and never
Yeah.
ever share with anyone.
Well, two hobbies that shouldn't really be hobbies. Having babies shouldn't be a hobby. Skateboarding shouldn't be a hobby. All it
I
does is
wasn't even
fucking
thinking having babies. I was thinking the
pretending that
sort of
their hands are
people who
babies.
go around wearing nappies as adults, and going one step further and living their kink through their fingers onto
Oh, as long
fingerboards.
hell yeah, that
The
shouldn't
same
really be.
people that like write on 4chan going like, "I hate women. Why do they hate me? Why won't they go out with us?" And meanwhile he's in the canteen fucking fingerboarding with a nappy on,
Yeah, not even on his
with a
fingers,
chew, and I bet he's
just with
got
no
like
other clothes on.
bet he's got a proper hanging. Like it's not even been in the fridge. It's been out, and then he's opened it, like tuna and boiled egg meal,
I thought
like
you was going to
salad.
say like a really long hanging scrotum, but with his balls are quite high up still, so his scrotum's continued growing, like an unnecessary, an unprecedented rate for a 14-year-old lad, and it's now gotten to like a foot and a half, and he's on for the world record, but his testicles are still only 2 inches below his groin.
First off, I was thinking of things that other employees and co-workers might experience during like a canteen break at work
I,
that would
see,
otherwise
I
give a
thought you
reason
meant
for them to hate him. But secondly, that's an image I've never had to conjure up before, and that is some stretchy ball. Also, imagine like you know when you get in the bath, things get even looser. Like
yeah, just
imagine him then,
opens
it's
up
just
like a
gonna
parachute.
just fill the bath like
An
the whole
island,
top.
mate, a little island in the middle.
Yeah, his rubber ducks are all like on land. He's got He's got an entire nest and a
Do you know
little
what it
nest
would
of
be
rubber
good for
ducks.
though? That saggy scrotum. He's got a fucking U-pipe, mate, there for his fingerboarding.
He has. He's also got a wind sail. If he's ever late to work, if he gets on a skateboard himself, lifts his scrotum in the air,
Just hold it out, lie
he's
down
got
on
a
his back
fucking
and hold
sail.
up the ball sack.
He could become a champion skeleton bob, like fucking athlete, or luge,
Yeah.
whichever one. Luge is the one where you line your back in it. Skeleton bob's the daft cunts who
I'm
go
gonna put
face first.
I don't know. I'm not really into my Winter Olympics.
Well, anyway,
All
this
of that
week
seems silly. Just
this
going
week we're
down a
talking
hill in a
about
bath.
fucking holistic healing,
Crystals.
psychics, crystals, and
Yeah,
stuff that is
speaking of silly.
obviously related to the first 15 minutes of the show. Where do you want to start?
You'd sent me a thing about that. I want to say Sam Raimi, but I know it's got nothing to do with Spider-Man. That definitely wasn't his name.
The
What was his
Breatharian
name?
one.
No, the fella that see this is the level of preparation, guys. Here, the cynic, the psychic cynic who learned all the psychic tricks, mate.
Oh, you mean the amazing James
Ratty.
Randi?
That's it, Randy. Because I also had in my head Randy Newman, and I was going in my head not Randy Newman, not Randy Newman.
No, not Randi. He had. I mean, I don't know. Actually, he might have something to do with the world of psychics, but he's not the amazing James Randi.
Constantly employed by Disney and Pixar, though, so he could be doing some form of psychic manipulation or something.
On young children at casting couches, I imagine. The horrible bastard.
Well, that's why he's singing "You've Got a Friend in Me" because he's
got
possibly...
a friend in them.
Yeah, there we go. It's from the child's perspective, that song.
Well, anyway, for those who don't know who James Randi is, I think quite a few people will do, because he was a massive figure in the 80s. But there's also been quite a few good documentaries. I didn't send you the best one because it's pretty long, but the BBC did a series of documentaries, and I can't quite remember what the fuck the series is called. And if it's not Exposure, it's something anyway. And it did interesting characters, and they did one on him. I'll have to link you that one. It's the best one I've found. I'll find it somewhere. It's not on iPlayer anymore. But James Randi was a magician. A very fucking good magician, and gave up his life of magician to basically debunk psychics, faith healers, anyone who professed to have psychic abilities, telepathic abilities, the ability to, fucking do shit that you shouldn't be able to do. Let's put it that way.
Like Randy Newman's friend.
Eh?
Like Randy Newman's friend. it's I'm just trying to add a little bit of depth for the audience, help them understand.
Um, and he would basically go on chat shows after after these psychic healers had been on, and debunk the stunts that they'd done. And then he created his own show where he offered $1 million to whoever could come on his show and convince him that they had psychic abilities or telepathic abilities. And everyone failed because
The show was rigged.
Well, it was the opposite. He made sure the show wasn't rigged. In every single instance, he knew exactly what trickery was being used because it's the same tricks that magicians use, sleight of hand tricks, things like that. And he made sure, he even rang chat shows, so they found out where, like, basically his head target was Uri Geller. For those who don't know Uri Geller, besides the spoon bending, Uri Geller was hired by the CIA during that time when the CIA were a little bit fucking raj, like post-MK Ultra and shit like that. I mean, they're never not raj, but being
towards the end of
raj,
Montauk, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, well, they had there was a Russian video surfaced of a woman supposedly do it like with psychic abilities, and the CIA shit themselves and were like, well, this is Cold War time and shit, and they can't have psychics and we not have psychics, so let's start fucking finding psychics. If you've ever seen, what the fuck's the Men Who Stare at Goats?
Stared at Goats.
Have
I
you
was
seen
going to
that?
say Beyond. I think no. I played a PlayStation game which I think was called Beyond Souls, which is about a CIA operative who's got psychic abilities and that. But it turns out it's just spoilers. But it's a dead twin that died in the womb. Weird ending. Weird twist.
That's weird.
You wouldn't think that would give her superpowers and like psychic abilities to read minds and that, but
No, not at all. I think that would just give her like an interesting story at school that she could lie about.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the Men Who Stare at Goats is based on like fact, like truth. Like the CIA and funded, and the army and the military funded programs into psychic studies and telepathic studies and shit like that, in efforts to try and locate missing people, locate enemy targets, communicate without fucking when you didn't have like things like radio, stuff like that. So if you could communicate to your fucking men in the field without actually having any technology, you could do it at any point. And they threw fucking shitloads of, I mean, as the CIA often do, threw fucking shitloads of money at it. And their big star, or one of their big stars, was meant to be Mr. Uri Geller. Because he was like rising on the scene, and he was making his name as like a little bit of a celebrity psychic and a celebrity like manipulator. I want to say of the mind, but I mean of people, other people's minds. They were like, we need this lad. He's going to do great things. And even in their own reports, they state that like under the observation of the more cynical members of the panel and shit like that, Uri Geller's results were very poor. Basically, what they put in the report was like, Uri Geller's great, but the people who question him never find him to do anything. like they're even admitting themselves like he does fuck all. And James Randi got really angry at this shit. Not with the whole... He got angry with it because he was a magician, and the thing with magic is everything's a trick, but the audience come into it knowing it's a trick. So the whole thing about a magic show is it's a show. Yes, I'm deceiving you at every point, but you knew that when you came in here.
Yeah, you've signed up for
and
it. You've not come in here saying, I want to speak to me dead nan.
You've come in here for the reason to be entertained by someone deceiving you purposefully. That's what he saw magic should be. It should be entertainment, and it should be willful. A willing. Yeah, fuck's sake. Who else is on the spectrum? So he got fucking vexed when he saw these people, faith healers and people like Uri Geller, giving like false promises and false hope to people in situations. Like psychics would claim that they could find, well, they fucking seen like dead like bodies, missing children and shit like that, missing kids, and these people would happily give false hope to people in order to fulfill some sort of like narcissistic like prophecy almost of what they think they should be and what they think their powers are. And he
And
got
to also help promote book sales though and stuff like that though and all, and to make money. It's not, I don't think it'd just be narcissism, innit? Like it
what's
would
that?
take a
Hang
certain
on,
type of fucking weirdo though to be like,
but
oh, I want to tell this woman where the dead kid is just to make me feel good, and I want nothing from it.
in a world where you know that the people coming to you have issues like they can't cope with the death of a loved one or something like that, or they're still looking for someone who's missing, or anything that you go to it like psychics with issues about, to make your money from extending that person's like fear or extending that person's hope, misguided hope, is narcissism. You are making your living on the complete manipulation of other people's like lives, and it is their lives, just to make a few quid. Now,
Well,
I'm not going to say there's not other vocations that do that, but it's narcissism.
well, there is like, and what we're going to talk about today as well, crystal sellers. And to quote The Simpsons again, here's a rock that'll keep tigers away.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Selling the crystals is a way of, oh, I know you're scared and you're going through bereavement. What you need is a bit of celestite. Here's a bit of celestite. Celestite is available from worldaroundyou.com, though, guys.
This is brilliant, by the way, because we've picked this episode, and like you fucking sell this shit on your website, so it's almost as if
No, but I don't say it's going to help you, though. I just say it's going to look nice on your shelf.
And this is I'm not saying that you misrepresent or you misinform. It's that you're shooting your customers in the face. Like, hey, do you want this? It does fuck all, but like, do you want it? But I mean, I support. Yeah. Yeah. It's the thing is with crystal selling though is it's not as bad because
No, though, because if you're going here, I have this. Did you know amber can help keep you at stage 2 cancer, and you'll never get to stage 3 cancer
yeah.
if you keep hold of this amber? And what you've got to do with the amber is you've got to rub the north facing point of it on your arsehole, and then the south end of it you've got to just tap the end of your bell end as like a sort of like you would with a toffee hammer trying to break off a piece of old fudge that's been in the fridge for a week. Just tap your bell end with that there, and before you know it, you'll never reach stage 3. And if you do, it was the wrong piece of amber. You shouldn't have gone for that tree sap. You should have gone for ancient oak tree sap, not the mahogany. And that's your fault, not mine.
Not mine. Yeah, I suppose maybe that's me having sort of more faith in people that love in crystals, not buying into it as much as people who buy into psychics and shit like that. But they do. So that's my fault for being fucking ignorant, basically. Or no, it's my fault for having more faith in people. My faith's misplaced as well. But yeah, it is the same thing, because like faith healers, which I'm glad are not such a thing now, although they're having a fucking resurgence, because people are fucking idiots and just devolving back to not learning from lessons. Not like one of the reasons I love James Randi is he stuck to logic and reason even when it made the world hate him. Because the thing is, and it's something that you see a lot in the rest of life, like he was hated by people because they saw him as boring, like, and they didn't read, like, it's not that they didn't know, like, he was revealing truth, and they almost wanted to be deceived more. They were like, well, hang on, spoon bending guy was funny, and he had like he had like lots of fucking personality, and he was really entertaining. He gave us hope. You are basically saying that there's no chance of magic, and there's no chance of being better, and basically this body's the only body I've got, and I couldn't possibly be a psychic. Fuck you, I'm special. Fuck you, James Randi. Fuck you. Bring Spoonbender back. He made us think that I could be fucking something
But
great.
you've got to remember there that the guys that are into the spoon bending are into the spoon bending. That'd be like going and seeing a film and being like, that's a remote controlled helicopter,
No.
mate. That's not a real helicopter. Look at the size of the stones when it's landing.
I'm talking
you
about,
can see the strings on him there.
I'm talking about the general public. This is like when he was on like
It wasn't just the people that were into it.
No, this is when he was on when he was going on big TV shows. and
Oh,
he
nice.
was people booed him off. Like, there's some clips of I can't remember which talk show it is, but this bloke is the presenter is just laying into him and like almost wants to start a fight with him. And all James Randi's done is made claims, explained tricks, and applied nothing but logic and reason. And like, he was hated and still stuck to it. I've got a massive amount of respect for him. Like, he's someone who I look up to in the sense that he told people, like, he just spotted out bullshit and he wasn't afraid to point it out. He used his platform to point it out because it was ethically right to do so. And when people shouted in his face and told him to fuck off, he carried on doing it. Like, people booed him for trying to help humanity, is how I see it. Like, he was trying to stop people making money and profiting off pain, off sadness. He was trying to stop deaths from faith healers who were telling people, like, you don't need your cancer treatment, God's going to save you. All because they're getting information through their earpiece on that person and their address and their name, so they can relay all this information for them to build trust in these huge rooms and then tell them that they can be cured of all these illnesses. And then they'll die from those illnesses 2-3 weeks later. Like, he was trying to stop all that, and the public didn't like it because it wasn't fun. And that's a fucking metaphor for a lot of shit.
Yeah, it is pretty deep. But I think the idea of having the information and relaying it to someone could be quite fun if you was to do it where you've got, say you're doing it right, and instead of like doing like a regular, let's say like you treat it like a stand-up set kind of thing, but you've got it as everyone else who's there thinks it's a speaking to ghosts night and that, but in your head you think you're just taking a piss, and you've got 4 or 5 mates in the group in the room who you're gonna pretend you know things about them. So does anyone have a Keith? Anyone know a Keith? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, I know a Keith, and you're like, oh, well, he says you need to stop doing that with your dog. It's not right. You shouldn't be doing it. The dog. I can speak. I can hear. I can feel the emotion coming off you here because I've got this selenite here in my pocket. This selenite heart, which cleanses your crystals. Which, guys, you can pick up at the end of the show from my table at the back with my t-shirts. I don't have any selenite. And then you and you can cleanse the spirit from your dog using this stone. If you rub this stone on your dog, and then I'm getting something else. Is there does the name Michelle mean anything to anyone? And everyone, people who are there to speak to ghosts will put their hands up, but then you point out your mate and you're like, yeah, you, and then you say something like, yeah, she's gonna die tomorrow in a plane crash. Yeah, what do you mean? She's not got any flights booked? No, she's in hospital. Well, that's awful because I'm also the spirit world is telling me that there's actually going to be a plane go down just over Wythenshawe Hospital. And have you seen Donnie Darko by any chance? And it's just stuff like that, So the rest of the crowd who really already believe in it are really like, oh my God. And you'll get a few in there that'll doubt it, but then you're doing them a favour as well, because if they're starting to doubt it there, when they go to the next one, they might realise, oh, this is fuck. But I also think it'd just be a fun thing to do, like a reverse Derren Brown kind of thing.
Yeah, I like that. I like the site. I like. I mean, if you're going to manipulate people, I mean, I do it for my benefit that wouldn't impact them. So I've read about. Now, people. I'm sure the people that fucking are into psychics would be into would fall for this. There's a bloke in, where was it? Anthony Curcio. Don't know if you've heard the name before. Anthony Curcio, in 2000 and was it 2008? Possibly. He put an ad in a paper. He put an ad in a paper asking offering to pay, I think it was like $25 an hour for workmen. You just had to meet him outside a Bank of America at a certain time, dressed in high-vis jacket, boots, jeans, and a hard hat. And he got, like, a sizable amount of people reply to that ad and obviously turn up outside the Bank of America. Meanwhile, he was also dressed hard hat, high-vis, boots, robbed the bank of $400k and took off, and that was his whole fucking getaway ruse, as I wouldn't have a fucking clue which one it was. And none of them have a clue why they're there, all thinking they're there for work. Now, you could definitely rope people who are susceptible to psychics and faith healers into shit like that, where they're not going to lose out, but they're not going to... You're just going to manipulate them lightly in a way that you're not giving it. It'd be like, look, right, your kid's dead. You're never going to find him. I can't give you that answer. But if you meet me outside fucking the bookies tomorrow around 2:30 with all your other friends who are looking for answers, we'll go in the bookies and there's a voice coming from that back room that I can sense from here, and we'll find it there. We've all just got to wear Macs. We've got to wear trilbies, the fucking Groucho Marx glass nose mustache combination.
Imagine though, that'd be one hell of a robbery. Everyone trying to snatch at the glasses. Who are you behind there?
Oh, like the CCTV of that event would be like fucking amazing.
You're not fooling anyone. He's been dead for years.
Yeah. We know it's not Groucho, you lying bastards. But essentially, psychics and faith healers, psychics, right? And another reason why I've got hatred for these people, I'm gonna be very honest with you, and it's not just on a massive scale. Like, the big ones are obviously the biggest cunts, much like fucking most things, much crime. The biggest ones with the most money are the biggest cunts, because they can ship loads of people in arenas, they can sell them this story, they can get them to fully buy into it, they'll make loads of money, book sales, trips, fucking pay for me to make sure you've got a connection to the voice world in the spirit life. Pay me for future investment so I can channel your voice when you're dead. Pay me shit to keep... I'm going to build a church. Pay me to kill... And I need 16 Mercs and a few Bentleys. I need a 747. And Mrs. Psychic Woman needs bigger tits. So pay us for all this and we'll give you false hope. They're the biggest cunts, but also people who do it on Facebook. Regular
They're amazing,
people.
mate. They're amazing. I watch them quite often.
They are hilarious. I can't watch them anymore because I've got rid of Facebook. I watched a few. They're hilarious because of how mundane they are and how much you're like, oh yeah, I knew this woman in school. Let's be honest, it's very rarely a lad. Sometimes it is a lad, and question them too. But like, they're just as bad. But it's usually a lass, and you're like, I knew that lass in school. She was the one that used to like fucking put her name in her arm in a compass. She's just like, she was the one that just used to listen to Avenged Sevenfold and made it a personality. I remember her. She used to do art and just like draw daggers in stuff, and like she always said she was gonna she always wanted to drink the blood of everyone in class when they had to go at her. But
I thought she was going to be a banker.
She went to fucking... They're entertaining, but you sort of go, at what point did you just go one night, fuck this, right? I'm not going back to quick save in the morning. I'm fucking jacking that in. Yeah, I'm not going back to college to do hair and beauty. Fuck that second year. What I'm going to do is charge strangers a £5 each, and based purely on their Facebook profile and nothing else, which, I'll be honest, is quite a thorough representation of yourself. So when you think that a psychic's talking to you, you just got your Facebook profile open next to your fucking daft cunt. They're reading through fucking status and shit. Oh, here, did you go out to McDonald's on Tuesday? Hey, how could you know that? Because you fucking put your fillet of fish picture on the fucking Facebook, you daft cunt. Well, anyway, what point did they go, I'm just going to start milking strangers for a £5 at a time, and this is what I'm going to fully become this life now? And also, did they realise at that point that they then had to... They've got to live this persona out for the rest of the time, because you can't just be Facebook psychic and then, normal Joanne down the street. Like, people are going to go, hey, Joanne, can you... What made you psychic? And you're going to go like, oh, well, a voice just spoke to me.
No, see, what you've got to do there is make yourself unapproachable.
Yeah, you have. You've got to become just a cat owner, just a multiple cat owner who lives in the only house in your street that's never got its front lawn's never been mowed. You've got a patch of grass. It's never been short. It's never short. And the net curtains that need replacing. Those net curtains have been... They're brown. Let's be honest.
You've bought them second hand from a 20-year, 40-year smoker, 20 a day, 40-year smoker, and you're like, yeah, they'll do me. No one's coming in my house if I've got them up and I've only just moved in.
And when everyone brings it up on Facebook Live, which they quite frequently do because it's directly behind you in your very badly framed webcam that you've got going on when you do your Facebook Live psychic readings, everyone brings up the fucking horrible 20-year-old Lambert and Butler encrusted neck curtains, and you go, whoa, actually, the spirit world told me to get those. Like, those are actually the neck curtains of fucking Queen Victoria, yeah, and I channel Queen Victoria's spirit because I am also a queen of the psychic world. Yeah, fuck you, Joanne. Just sell wax melts like everyone else on the estate. God's sake.
That's what was great about Derek Okora, though. Derek Okora never really proclaimed to be amazing. He would even pretend that he couldn't do it,
almost
which was
like
incredible.
I love
Derek
you don't
Okora,
buy
I
into,
really did.
Like he doesn't buy into his own shit.
No, I don't think he did. He would have made an amazing drug dealer, mate. But instead, he chose to talk to ghosts on Most Haunted, where he's like, "Oh, I'll just speak. Oh, you're right. I'll just speak to Sam. You're right there, Sam.
Who was it?
Sam's out at the minute. Sam's gone for a game of pool down the Red Lion." And
It was
you're
a
like,
boxer. It was a boxer who had Derek O'Connor in his corner for a fight. I'm not even kidding.
I can't imagine that.
How
intimidating though would that be for the other guy?
Not for the actual fight itself, but in the build up to in all his training camp, Derek Okora was like hypnotizing him and giving him like positive affirmations and shit like that. Speaking of which, if you could, we've set up a little based on the last Truth Seeking. We talked about affirmation cards. There's a Words of Confirmation Instagram page. Don't know who set it up, but you should probably follow. That's Words of Confirmation. It's full of lovely positive sayings, little anecdotes, and famous quotes from inspiring people who you may or may not be able to work out, just to get you through the day. And we thoroughly recommend you follow it. And we just, once we get up to a certain number of cards, they'll be getting printed as a deck. And then you can have them, you can stick them on your fridge. You can put them on other people's fridges. You could hang them on next door's washing line, or you could go on the work car park and just slot them in people's windscreens.
I was going to suggest that's quite a good one, because obviously that means they've used up all 52 of them within a day, and then you'll need some more because you don't want to leave them other cars without yours. And remember, guys, to always put one on your windscreen if you're going to do something like that. Same if you're going to go around the work car park and deflate all the car tyres. Deflate your own car tyre, not first, because you don't want to get caught deflating your own car tyre first. But you want to do a few other people's who aren't near your car, then do another group elsewhere near your car. That's a little top tip there. Yep,
from someone that's never been involved in crime or any sort of stalker motion. It's what you should do. What right? Holistic therapies. So we're saying that psychic. I think we're agreed. Psychics are a bit of bollocks.
I don't know if we're agreed on that. Like, I find them interesting. I think that there will be some that can do mad shit that we don't know about. But I think that they're going to be probably a fucking high IQ person. They're not going to be fucking mental. They're going to be a really high IQ with it. But and that's going to mean that they're going to think to themselves, right, I know what that person's thinking. That person's thinking, if you are actually psychic, I'm enslaved. And if you are psychic and you're going to someone, yeah, I've got psychic powers, and you can read their mind, and they're thinking, this is fucking brilliant. This is going to make me billions. I'm going to use them to fucking bomb kids in Syria without even having to know where they are in Syria to drop the bombs. Then you're going to be thinking, yeah, I'm gonna pretend I don't have a clue what I'm on about. I'll just how can I pretend to have a nervous breakdown? Oh, can you feel the cobwebs in here?
Is Timothy not talking to you as well? He's shouting really loud in my ear.
Can you tell the people on the other side of that mirror that they can't speak to me? We're 5 floors up, mate. That's a window. No, they're definitely stood there, staring at me. You can't see them with the big black
waving.
Eyes and the grey skin. They're just there, mate, looking. That one there's dark with scales and horns, mate. That one there. Like, right, well, I'm sorry we've wasted your time, Mr. Richards.
Yeah, I don't. Could that not be from a high level of intellect? Would that not be picking up on cues that maybe the average person would not pick up then, rather than being psychic ability?
Would that not be some form of psychic ability though, in itself?
No, because that's just an extension of your senses and of your like
being good at body
perception
language.
of
Well,
shit.
okay, then let's say it is actual psychic abilities and they can read. If you could read someone's mind, mate, you're not going to tell that person I can read your mind.
No, I'm
Because then
not.
it's
But
pointless. Because all you're then going to hear is, "Don't be listening to me thoughts. Don't be listening to me thoughts. Don't be listening to me thoughts. Don't let
no, I'd be
anyone know that I
making a
like dick. Don't let anyone know
fortune
that I like
though.
dick." You're just going to hear that.
I'd be making a fortune in
Yeah,
any
because you'd be
way
hanging
possible.
round next to speed banks, hearing 4-digit pins, and then be like, right, I'm going to pay this lad here 20 quid to go and rob that lady's handbag, and then we're going to split what the 250 quid we can get out of a card.
We don't.
That's what a psychic could probably be doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Surely.
a psychic who's a bit of a dickhead because you could do it legitimately and just go to a card table. It's just like everyone's gonna hear that. You can hear everyone's hand. You're gonna be
Yeah,
able to
but
just
you're not
win.
helping the community with my method. You're helping a young
You
lad,
are. You're
go.
helping lower
He's
the
getting a foot up. He's
population.
getting a leg up on his career. He's
He
going to
might
get a
take
nice
that
little
20
room
quid
to
and
stay in as well eventually.
he might take that £20, invest in a nice gram of MCAT, and have himself a lovely evening.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, exactly.
and
You
that
got to look
woman,
after the youth.
she might find the love of her life in hospital, or MRSA, which I don't know. It's either one. It's likely.
There's a mister in both.
So psychics, fuck psychics. Faith healers, absolute poison. The thing
Yeah,
is,
don't
it's like
like.
before we sign off on them, which I'm gonna do because we've done most of the episode on them. I've got a bit of a personal thing with them because my first sort of instance or coming into contact with one was like when one of my pals committed suicide when I was a kid, and his mum had a lot of difficulty coming to terms, as any man would, like when their son commits suicide at 18. Like his mum had difficulties coming to terms with it, so she looked to whatever avenue she could, and we all kept in contact with her a lot. And she'd tell us she was seeing this psychic, and like the information they'd be feeding her was both false hope and wrong. Like she'd tell us the shit that they'd say to him. We're like, well, that's not true. Like that's never happened. He's never done that. I'd never been like that. So like this is wrong. And but you'd see the relief it would bring her every week, and you're like, that relief should come when you've completely come to terms with this issue. It shouldn't come from someone extenuating this issue, like extending this issue and like prolonging the suffering just so they can get a few quid out of you.
Well, that's the same issue that we both share with dentists and doctors, though, because obviously a dentist only wants you to have bad teeth for longer, and a doctor wants you to be ill for longer. They're the same with. So
I don't think that's true.
Can we agree then that we can lump in psychics with scientists?
No, I'd say the opposite, because James Randi, this is one of the reasons I love him. Like he explained what science was being used, and in order to deceive, like whether it was tricks with wind, whether it was all of it involves some sort of motion or something like that, and he basically revealed the science behind the trickery. I don't necessarily agree with you that dentists themselves and doctors themselves do not want you to be ill all the time. Like
Privately owned dentist surgeries,
the
mate.
dental-
The dentist that owns the dentist surgery.
the dental industry, well, they're not necessarily, mate. Dentists are around. Have you ever tried getting a dental appointment? They're fucking as long as fuck. They have got enough. Trust me. Like there's enough teeth, and there's just enough people for dentists to operate and doctors to operate. I don't think that any single
surgeons. You're thinking of surgeons, bro.
Nah, there's no doctor is fucking hard up for customers. That everyone's got shit wrong because we live longer than ever. Like everyone's got shit wrong with them because we shouldn't be living for this long. So your body's always trying to kill you after a certain point. So yeah, they make a shit ton. They make their entire income from keeping us alive or keeping us perpetually like on this planet. Doesn't mean they always want us to be ill. Like our body naturally wants to be ill after a certain point because it's decaying and wants to kill us off. They make more money by extending that. Really, the ethical thing to do would be when you go to the doctors, when you get there and it's like your 65th birthday and you go to that trip and you go, oh yeah, I've just got this niggle down here and it might need that hip replaced. And they go, no, actually, the ethical thing to do right now is just kill you because it's only further downhill. That hip will need replacing next. Then your ears are going to go, so we'll have to get you some fucking hearing aids. Then your eyes are going to go at some point, and you're not going to be able to walk with anything but a Zimmer frame. So the most ethical thing to do is kill you right now. But that serves them no purpose, because they wouldn't then get... So they do make more money from keeping you alive. I don't think that doctors and dentists are that evil that they want to just perpetually keep you ill and coming back.
I almost got him to paint himself into a corner, guys.
I think the pharmaceutical industry, who make a shit ton more than the people who actually operate and treat you, they might have an interest in keeping you ill. They certainly don't have an interest in keeping you all that well. Look at opioids and shit like that. Like, look at the drugs that they allow to use and they allow people to become addicted to, and they oversell and overprescribe, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think people go into that profession to keep you ill all the time to make money. That's the sort of shit Black Widow, like, murderers do, like Mary Ann Cotton and shit.
I've never heard of her.
Mary Ann Cotton used to live in West Auckland. She's one of the most prolific women serial killers. I think she's possibly the first female serial killer in the UK. Or she had one of those sort of titles, either the most prolific or the first. And she went through like 4, 5, 6 families through arsenic poisoning. Claim the money, have the kids with the husband, claim the money, kill them, repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. She went through a lot of arsenic, that lass.
And I bet she still had a couple of female friends going, no, you just don't understand her. She's had an hard life.
Honestly, man, men is just such pigs. He comes home, he leaves his cold, silken, sodden boots all over the floor. He gets his coal in her arsenic. It's not right. It's not right. No wonder some fell in his tea.
Have you heard of Eileen Werner? She's got the right idea.
So fuck psychics, fuck faith healers. I think out of I don't know which one I hate, out of the two which I hate, but faith healers possibly worse, because psychics don't have any sort of psychic god that they all look up to. Perhaps it is Uri Geller. Maybe they do have little pictures and icons of Uri Geller at home, just bending spoons. Maybe they have Uri Geller's face on a spoon instead of the cross. But faith healers base everything around religion.
Just holding onto the top of the spoon.
Yeah, instead of on a cross, he's on 2 bent spoons.
Nah, just on one spoon. Just
all right.
Lying down across the spoon with his hands on the edge of the spoon at the tip of the spoon.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You ever seen Uri Geller's car? It's like a Cadillac covered in bent spoons.
No, I bet that's a nightmare to drive past. That would be fucking blinding.
Must be a nightmare to take through a car wash, because a car wash will whip all them off.
Just put the windows through.
Also, when it rains,
them all.
like when you go to wash a fucking soup into a spoon in the
just
tap,
goes everywhere.
water just go everywhere. So rain and just bah.
Yeah.
Whenever it rains,
and you wouldn't quite know how close you are to stuff as well, in a weird way.
Well, you would. You'd either be 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, or 3 teaspoons away.
Eh?
You'd be like 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, or 3 teaspoons away. You'd measure distance like coffees. So fuck Geller. I think faith healers are worse because they base their fraud on religion.
They've already got a market, haven't they?
Yeah, but that's even worse, because religion is supposed to be like the establishment, the entity that upholds society in their eyes. Like, religion is supposed to be the be-all and end-all, like the ultimate guide to live by, and you are taking people's faith in that holiest of holies and fucking twisting it for monetary gain. That's even worse. I think crystal sellers aren't quite as bad. They know not what they do.
No, I think most of them seem to genuinely believe
CBD sellers,
it as well.
you're frauds. You're all frauds. Stop
MD
fucking
sellers?
making on that CBD will cure everything.
I thought you said
You are
D
just
sellers.
like crystal sellers. First of all, CBD's fucking good for a couple of things, yeah, but it's not a be-all and end-all. Holland and Barrett fucking said, don't trust anything you can just buy in Holland and Barrett. And also, don't buy anything from Holland and Barrett. It's so overpriced. But, yeah, it helps with a few things. It's not going to save your fucking life. Also, just have some fucking proper weed. Like, usually, the CBD is much better when complemented with THC. It's a full fucking... Take all the things, you probably have a much better time. CBD sells, for the most part, your product's not as good as you think it is, and you're just tapping into a market. Again, just being fraudulent. Who else are we taking down?
Well, I read a thing before about so
You've
bottle
gone quite.
sellers
Oh,
as
hang
well.
on,
We can
hang
link
on,
bottle sellers. I was reading about this woman who bought a
hang on a second.
she bought
Why can't I hear him?
on a bottle with crystals
Where
in
have
it.
you gone?
I can hear you. I don't know if the people can hear me. Whether the people can or can't hear me, I'm going to continue just in case you can hear
Where?
me. I haven't got my phone or anything, so let Jimmy know
Where?
in the Discord if you can hear him. If you can hear me. Although this isn't going to be much of a conversation, no, now.
Ah, I can hear you now. Sorry about that,
You
mate.
can hear me now. There we go.
What did I miss?
Well, I was just trying to get anyone listening to tell you in the Discord if they can hear me.
No, it definitely wasn't you. It was definitely me. It was me fucking headphones.
Oh, fair.
Um,
Well, I was going to say, there's this woman that bought a bottle with crystals in it to see if the crystals would help her feel better. She spent $80 on it, but the bottle itself was made out of glass. So could you not argue that? I mean, that's a shit thing to make a sports bottle out of because you can't really go running with that. And apparently, it weighed about 600 grams as well, empty, without the crystal. And then you have to put a big fuck off crystal in it, which weighs about a kilo, and then you put your water in. So realistically, it's going to make you iller because you're getting less water in you, plus whatever minerals are coming off the crystal. And if you fall over, the glass is going to shatter in you. But possibly, I was thinking maybe it's nicer to drink out of a glass bottle because Coke tastes nicer out of a glass bottle because it doesn't
mm,
react with the aluminium of the plastic.
mm,
So maybe that makes water better for you and you don't actually need the crystal.
I think first of all, you're right on everything tasting better out of a bottle than a can or anything else.
Mm. But have you ever drank
Definitely.
Budweiser out of a tin? It's fucking hanging.
Most beers out of a tin I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of, but the
Oh,
same ones out
Stella,
of a bottle.
Stella out of a tin comes out just the same as it does out of a
Stella
pump,
is
I think.
piss, whichever orifice it comes out of. Um, but I think part of the reason that she feels good is all those fucking curls she's doing from lifting that heavy ass bottle up every time.
Yeah, I know.
She's
She
doing,
probably can't wait to drink it, so it's easier.
yeah, she's probably having reps every time she fucking does it. Like she's pulling in weight. Yeah, I don't. But right, obviously, there are things you can ingest that help you. Your body needs it needs minerals, needs certain metals, needs to take in obviously different nutrients. However, I've never like how do you charge a rock? Like, what does it plug into? Did
Other
Apple
rocks.
sell the adapter? Like,
Right, so I know a little bit on this. Apparently, you can charge. I don't know where the original charge comes from, but you can charge some stones from other stones, which
right,
usually the person who's selling the stone that needs charging normally sells the stone that you use to charge the other stone
for
from.
a bit more.
Yes. And then they sell the other one without the charge a little bit cheaper, like when you get in a battery pack in a computer
Hang
shop
on,
kind of thing.
hang on. So if they've got both stones,
Keep
why
them in
don't they
separate
just?
rooms.
So if you send them in the same package, surely
Yeah,
your
then the other
stone
stone's depleted, so you
would be
need the third stone.
pre-charged. What? So stones have a limited battery life.
Limited, yeah. Not unlimited, apparently. Apparently, it's limited. So, and then you've got the other way of charging some types of stones, which from reading, I did read a bit about this today. There was a type of quartz, like there's fucking loads of quartz. I
There's
know
lots
just
of
from
quartz.
buying it myself, I think it was clear and rose quartz. If you hold that, and you're supposed to then put your, oh fuck, I think it was like what Crowley called your will. Intentions. You put your intention into the stone and you take about 5 or 10 minutes basically chanting that thing in your head and thinking about that thing while you stare at it.
And then everyone
But
on the
then,
bus gets off.
yeah, because they're
Yeah.
they're all thinking, oh, I'm enjoying this, and that they all start masturbating too. But
No,
because that's one
I
of the
meant
things.
getting off the bus, but fine.
That's because, well, I want to link it to masturbating though, because it's kind of similar to what supposedly David Bowie did. Apparently, David Bowie used to do a form of sigil magic, which
What, shag the
realistically, that's all
14-year-old?
crystal healing is sigil magic because you're assigning something to that rock. So then you've got, apparently, David Bowie used to write a thing on a piece of paper and put it on a
Shag the
wall. And I think
14-year-old.
Crowley did it as well. Eh?
Shag the 14-year-old.
Well, I don't know. Alistair Crowley probably shagged younger than that.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, carry on.
I would imagine.
Definitely.
I mean, a lot of musicians have shagged 14-year-olds. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's just something that people, should know. But anyway, he used to put a thing on the wall apparently, and then he'd read that over and over and over. So say if tomorrow you want to find, I don't know, what would you want to find on the road? Fucking bag of bud, or let's keep it
I
for
tell you
everyone.
what,
So
no, I
everyone
tell you
can
what I'd
agree
like to
with it.
find on the
A
road.
bag of 50 tea lights.
No, I tell you
Go
what
on.
I'd like to find on the road: a live badger. Because I've only ever seen dead ones on the road. So I'd
Yeah,
like to go, fucking hell, that's a live badger. Carry on.
They're terrifying, bro. A live badger's
Yeah,
terrifying.
I
when
know,
you see
but
it.
do you know what?
When you hear the claws scratching on the floor, fucking hanging.
I'd rather be terrified than just see what looks like just a furry, gory mass.
Fair enough. I don't know.
A crusty pancake is what it looks like. A crusty, meaty pancake. It's the
Well,
only form I've ever seen a
that
badger.
is an image that can help you in your head if you are trying to masturbate first thing in the morning. But so, and then by putting that intention into the stone or into your penis, which is what supposedly, allegedly, let's say Bowie. Then again, he's dead, so I don't think we can deface whatever it's called him. But otherwise, allegedly dead. He might not be if you listen to the guy that I listen to a lot on my shows that I listen to. But we won't get into that again because that just upsets you.
No, it doesn't upset us. No, it doesn't upset us. I find it hilarious.
Confuses you and confuses everyone else because I'm about 500 hours deep into this guy's backlog and I have completely changed my outlook on the world again. But so you put your intention into it, and by repeating this thing, and apparently psychologically and scientifically it's supposed to rewire your brain, so your brain now associates ejaculating and something good and addictive with that thing, so you're looking for that thing. I don't know if it would work with looking for a live badger. Maybe it would mean you'd make more decisions through your next day or through that day, which would lead you into the woods. So it would also possibly work if you wanted to be maybe a serial rapist or a spree killer as well, possibly. Yeah. You know, maybe they're more likely to, well, they are more likely to find a live badger.
Because they're quite often in the woods, yeah.
Yeah, and you know they're probably masturbating furiously in the morning as well, chanting something like "number one single, number one single, number one single," and never making an attempt to sing. But yeah, so I don't think you really need the crystal to be able to do it. And could that be though, because David Bowie could have held his dick and masturbated and read the word and chanted it and that, and ate his peppers and smoked his cigs and drank his milk, which I've heard is all he ever actually consumed food wise.
Well,
I don't know how true that is. Peppers,
capsicums,
the vegetables.
Yeah, capsicums, not black pepper. Just a shitload of seasoning. He just literally just ate seasoning, just pepper.
That's why he had that face, mate. Oh, that's such skinny face.
He's just constantly going, fags and pepper.
And milk, though, the milk.
Oh, you got to wash it down. Go wash it down, yeah.
Well, you mix it in, don't you, like a shit milkshake?
You need to cool yourself off after all that black pepper.
But apparently that's all he ate and drank. Don't know how true it is, and I don't have a fucking clue where I've read that or heard that. Could be from a dream. I would imagine I have a lot of what other people deem fever dreams, so it might not be true. Look that one up yourself, guys. But I think it's true. But is that the reason why mainly women buy crystals? Because David Bowie's already got his dick to hold, and he's looking at his dick as well when he says this word. And then women are like, I can't. If they masturbate, they've not got really much to see themselves without maybe a mirror or maybe Yuri Gellar's spoon in their hand so that they can, you know, see round to themselves kind of thing to be able to masturbate comfortably whilst also standing up. But then they're not putting an intention onto something earlier. They're putting it into something when that might not be the same thing, because I think they say in wording wise, you put your intentions on that item.
Well, I mean, there's an interesting question that first off, like, you're right, like, there's not, it does seem to be more female than, by far more female than males, like, following of the crystal variety. Like, although someone I used to buy weed off does collect crystal. And the thing is though, like, it's someone you're like, what, really? Like, got quite a bit of fucking coin. I'm guessing legitimately. I don't know. I'm not going to go any further than that anyway. But does a lot of successful shit, and you'd be like, fucking, this bit does not fit, although he does also share flat earth theories and anti-vax theories online. And although it's weird, isn't it weird how those sort of, that trifecta of things is quite present throughout a lot of those people. But what's the male equivalent of crystal collecting then?
Protein shakes.
I think protein in general, yeah.
And maybe
I'll
like
put-
that gym culture kind of thing,
I don't.
possibly.
Well, I don't know about gym culture because obviously there's something to be said for keeping yourself
Exercising.
in physical
Yeah,
fitness.
but to the ones who do it to the extreme, like with the crystals, there's nothing wrong with thinking to yourself, I want to have a good day today. I'm going to have myself a fucking belter of a day. I'm only going to have 2 cans of Stella when I leave the house this morning rather than my normal 3. And then I won't be all that fucking bladdered when I'm on the bus feeling ill on my way to work.
I won't call
You
the
know,
driver out this time.
yeah. I won't start with the racial slurs as well with my next door neighbour because I won't have drank 3 cans. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just in the same way, there's nothing wrong with going for a run if you're that way inclined. Personally, hate it. Makes me feel like I've got asthma.
Fucking
Makes me
hate
think
running.
I probably do have asthma if it makes me get that fucking out of breath and feeling
Nah,
sick.
man. Nah,
But
man. There's a different. There's running. There's a certain type of fucked to you, and I'm 100% with you. I
oh,
can't
good.
run a distance. I can't run outside because out like fucking roads and that knack me ankles. I can go in the. I've been to training today and smash out that. Fine, I'll be knackered, but in no way the same as running. Like it fucks you in a special way. But is there a physical benefit from crystals though? I suppose there's a false mental benefit, perhaps.
Placebo, innit?
Yeah, and it's a
Just like with the
placebo
gym,
effect. Whereas physical exercise, it releases endorphins.
Yeah, but so does if you make the crystals into some form of addiction, like you need the crystals. The crystals does this. You're making a physical thing in your brain there. You're rewiring your brain. Just in the same way that I bet gym heads when they see the gym get a little bit of well, what's the equivalent of like getting a semi in your brain? A bit of dopamine.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
I
see a treadmill
suppose.
and they
But the
breathe
thing is,
heavier.
like, the difference is the reason I'm struggling to find the comparison like similar is no one. All right, let's put it this way: no one collects crystals recreationally. In comparison with the amount of people that go to the gym to just keep in shape normal and don't go to be like absolutely massive. Like,
Yeah, they do. Definitely, people
well,
collect
I've got
crystals
gravel in my garden,
recreationally.
mate, but I haven't considered that as collecting crystals. I've just got
Well, I would
gravel
I
in my
would argue
garden.
if you've got gravel in your garden and you consider that a crystal collection, you're not doing it recreationally. You've got an abundance of crystal in your
Oh,
collection.
I'm hoarding.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. That's not
stacking them peas.
recreational. But having a few nice, like, shiny bits that you've
I
gotten from
plan,
worldaroundyou.com to put on your shelf and that,
I
that's
plan
that's
on Bitcoin.
recreational.
Please plug it again once more, and I'll give you full airtime. That I spoke over you.
Nah, don't worry. They already know where to get them. There'll be a thing in the description below,
There'll
guys.
be a link, and if you go on his Instagram story,
Especially
there'll
on
be a few
this one.
posts
Fuck
there.
me. I'll have some extra in for you.
I'll make to order. You tell us what you need, Kieran, and I'll find the stone for it. Yeah, I'm struggling because I don't. I think
What about blokes that collect snakes and that?
yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it? That's
Mm,
a weird spiders and snakes. It's as if
yeah.
they're trying to
Scorpions as
which
well.
this
Which are
gym
cool,
culture.
but
The gym culture does feed in, like with the gym, with hammering the gym to an excessive amount, with spiders, with snakes. It's almost trying to prove you're dangerous.
in a way, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's playing on your insecurities, and you're like, yeah, I've got killers here. I'm looking after killers. Like this thing could kill me, and I've actually got control of it. I've got control of all these things. When I go to the gym, it's like makes us massive. So I know if there's any trouble, I can just rip people limb from limb.
When people say, how many 3-year-olds could you take in a fist fight, they're going to fucking
All of them.
believe me, mate.
Fucking all of them. And you know what? I'll prove it. After far too many steroids, a bit of fucking depression and heavy cocaine abuse, I will walk into that nursery and I will fucking roundhouse kick 32 bairns in the face. No problem.
Nah, he's going to beat him up with his wife's crystals.
It's just hoss
I've got a
quartz at
point
them.
as well. One point about the crystals before, because I'm guessing we're going to have to get out of the way for Chode. But we've got, with crystals, there is a thing with ancient worship, right? So that might have to bear with me for a minute because I might get lost in this. But the idea that the worship of an obelisk, in the same sense that there's obelisks all around the world in
Yeah.
all the major cities,
Yep.
crystals tend to form, if you leave them to it, they'll form within an obelisk as in
Yes.
like spires. So could it just be something as simple as that? Something they do have a power because they're an obelisk. And if this is truly a simulation that we live in, or something along those lines, or some kind of thing where maybe we all live in some kind of, this is one animal's way of interpreting the world, and we're all inside its brain helping it, and that thing eats things that are in the shape of an obelisk, so obelisks are important to it, and that's why the worship of an obelisk and rockets and crystals and all these other things. Could that be why there's such a link to it? Could it be a way to, what I'm trying to say is, could crystal healing and stuff like that be a way of trying to keep ancient cultures and ancient traditions alive, but rewording and rehashing them in the same way that we've rehashed Ra as the sun god, and
100%.
Thor as the god of the son of the Thor as the son of Odin, and Jesus the son of God? It's rehashed and rehashed. It's just
Yes.
obelisk worship again.
Well, yeah, but a lot of this, in fact, all of this sort of holistic healing like world is all about like, oh, we've come too far as a society, technology and mankind's ruined everything. We've got to take things back to their roots, so we're just going to heal tuberculosis by eating seaweed from now on, and then you're going to shove fucking amethyst up your fucking Jap's eye in order to cure fucking that kidney stone that you've got. And like, it is all about taking things back to a bit of people thinking that the past was much better than now. It's people, deluded fucking goons who don't realise how good they've got it, thinking that nomadic times and tribal times were somehow better than fucking 4G, microwaves, Teslas. Like, get fucked. Like, you can't just fucking ingest kale and make everything go away. It's not going to work. You can't just Reiki someone, put your hands on someone, not even touch them, and just wish good health on someone and expect a fucking cripple to be able to get up and walk out the room. Yeah, I think it is rehashing all ancient culture purposefully, and that's the market,
Is that
that's
to
the
keep
selling
it
point.
alive though? Yeah, but is there more to it? So from a cynic's point of view, it's to sell it. But what if there's something that it needs to be perpetuated? That's still that thing. Say there is the fucking, oh fuck me, I think it was the god of the earth god, whatever he was fucking called in. I think it was Babylonian times, Mesopotamian times. I can't fucking remember what he was called,
Oh,
or
Gaia.
represented as. No. Gaia is like Mother Nature.
Yeah.
The actual Earth. There's like an
I'm not
Earth
sure.
god. In the same way that you've got Saturn is a god,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Mars is a god. There was Earth, but Earth wasn't called Earth. We call it Earth, but it was in fact had another name.
Yeah.
But that is supposed to be alive and needs worshipping. So if that is that thing, and that's represented by the obelisk because it is the obelisk, because it's the ground itself, could it be manipulating us through putting minerals into the foods to make these people go, oh, fucking, fucking celery's nice, I'm going to eat nothing but celery. And we as normal people will still eat meat, and we eat meat because the lambs have ate grass, which has got these minerals in it, which make us worship obelisks in the way of fucking space rockets and phone poles. Because if you think about it, a phone pole is just an obelisk as well, because that's an obelisk.
Do you think?
Why not make them fucking a different shape?
Do you think? Well, you don't make phone poles a different shape because that's the most space-saving way of making that pole. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
needs
'cause you
to
could
be
make it
high.
thinner, innit? Just
It needs-
thin metal or something.
No,
or...
because it's not as weather resistant and it's not as strong. Like, they're built that way for a reason. Like,
Well, triangles though, triangles are stronger. They're
They
trying to
take-
make us
take
believe
up more
that triangles take over the world and triangles rule everything. Triangles the strongest shape, and here they are making fucking telephone poles as a straight line, mate.
obelisks. Do you think that the building of them in ancient times had anything to do with like lightning storms and lightning striking tall points and shit? Because there are like quite a few periods in that are like metal topped or gold topped. Do you reckon it had anything to do with electricity and their lack of understanding, or their understanding at the time of electricity and lightning, and it was a way of harnessing that, or a way of like they believed that lightning hitting that was somehow charging that obelisk, or charging like then providing like power or whatever this charge provided to the local area.
Well, maybe, but that would also then tie in with what Tesla believed and what I think is it Scientologist? I want to say Scientology about the ionosphere, and that there's particles and stuff that can be reacted with, which then would tie in with the crystal stuff, because supposedly there's stuff in the crystals that reacts with the atmosphere and takes on energy. So if maybe there was a type of stone that they could put in the obelisk, or maybe the obelisk used to have a coating, and then we've gone over there and gone, fucking hell, don't let people know about this coating. Paint over it in black and carve a load of fucking weird shit into it that don't make any
carve
sense.
some faces
Birds,
in.
cats, people with weird shaped heads as well. Throw a load of them on there. They'll never think that these are fucking Tesla's fucking electricity spears or whatever the fuck they were called. Oh, mate, heard about a mad thing last night as well, since we're talking about fucking, well, since I've just mentioned spears and we kind of mentioned gods before. Have you heard of the rods of God?
It rings a bell.
It's supposed to be this weapon, supposedly, that could be put on a satellite, which kind of ties in with them monoliths that were appearing randomly, which were also obelisks. But if you remember weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago, I remember you saying, well, that's quite worrying. I've never even thought that could be a thing. And it seemed to, like, you sort of went a bit like, you were looking at me as if to go, what the fuck is wrong with you? I think it was quite early on in the shows when I said I was worried that the idea that they could make something that was thinner than a hair that gradually gets thicker and thicker as it gets miles longer, and they could fucking drive it as spikes into the ground from space, just fire it to, and it would pierce the atmosphere without us even seeing it, and it would be that long it would just go into the earth because it'd be so thin and strong.
Right.
There's something like that apparently called rods of God.
Fantastic.
And they can just be attached to satellites, and they can just fucking like torpedo the earth, but instead of torpedo, it's like dropping telegraph poles on us.
Fantastic. That's another thing yet to be bothered about that I'll add to the list of ever-growing things of reasons I may or may not go outside that often anymore. Actually, it more feeds into the point of probably need to go outside more often because there's not going to be an outside for that much longer. I may as well enjoy it while it's still and not full of fucking pincushion holes. There are healing crystals. We'll end with these healing crystals, and their names are ketamine and crystal meth. And those are bath salts as well to some degree. If your sort of healing is chewing faces off people in America and shit like that.
Well, they refer to them as zombies and the undead. That's kind of, if you're undead, they've been healed of death.
Exactly.
That's the biggest healing.
The way I interpret undead is invincible.
Yes.
So that's
yes.
positive. I reckon the only healing crystals are ingestible, usually nasally. I wouldn't do it the other way, which is pin via pin, and no one wants that. Anyway, to prepare it via needle, it's got to be changed from a crystal, and then it's not crystal healed anymore. So just sniff ket, basically. We've just done an hour and 12 minutes, and the part and gift to you is probably just sniff ketamine, and you might make some sense of this episode.
It's a shame that there's no brand for ket, though, isn't it? Really, because we've mentioned Stella, we've mentioned Benson and Edges. It's a shame that we don't have any on-brand ket, though.
Here's to you, men working hard at this factory in Delhi that's no doubt still churning out ketamine, even though it became punishable by death to illegally produced ketamine. We know you're still doing it at those factories down in India. Just fucking keep on grafting, lads. You're doing it. And do you know what? All those dark web sellers, the people in Belgium on the dark web sites and the markets, I'm not going to mention them, Dream Market and such. Here's to you. As Parallax would play right now, one of his Budweiser adverts, Real Men of Genius, Indian ketamine producer. Here's to you for being the one true crystal healer. You got any other parting gifts? Parting points, pearls of wisdom.
That agate which is obviously something that I sell on worldaroundyou.com, is helpful for it was dentists and environmentalists specifically from my research today.
So basically, why are you selling agate when you hate dentists?
I only found this out today, and I know.
So
that
I'm guessing you're going to get rid of all your stock.
Stuff about dentists come out. Well, I've reduced the price, Jimmy.
Oh, right, so it's even more accessible to dentists. So you are essentially benefiting from keeping dentists alive for longer, and that's where we're going to end this show.
Yeah,